Okay, guys. All right. Hi, everyone. I hope you are having a great Saturday, a great small business Saturday. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I decided to go live here on Facebook and there you go, live. Live here on YouTube. Get your platforms in check. Live here on YouTube. I was actually just live on Facebook in my Facebook group. So if anyone's following me right now, they're probably saying, what in the world? She is everywhere. She's bouncing around so many different platforms. And yes, I am. I am trying to just knock out video today. I've been going nonstop. I batch filmed a bunch of videos. I went live just now in the Raw Branded University Facebook group. If you're not a part of that community, please join. There are really great business owners that are in the group out there, small business owners and personal brands, a lot of creatives that we should be supporting. So please join the group, and use it as an opportunity to network, to showcase your brand, and to pick up additional bonus tips that I only give to people who are in the community. So that's my little pitch right now for the community, because we're building it up and there are really great people that are in there. But here right now on YouTube, I jumped on because, as I said before, I am batch filming videos, because if you're an introvert like myself, it's hard to juggle everything with building our brands, and we don't want to spread ourselves thin, right? So coming on camera for some people, whether it's recorded or live, can be a lot. Okay, it can be a lot of work. So the best way to do it is to just either, and test this out depending on how you are and how your energy levels is, you can batch record everything, go on camera once, have everything already scripted and prepped, then you go and film it, and then you spend like another day editing everything, and then you can just roll out all of your video on a regular schedule. And I'll go back to being on a regular schedule, because that's why I wanted to talk about this here, and why I am batch recording and trying to keep a regular schedule. Hold that thought. So yeah, you may want to do that. Try that if you're someone who is right now trying to build a personal brand or a business, your business's brand on any platform right now, and you're really interested in using video. One of the ways you can do this is, as I said before, doing your batch recording, so you're just doing everything once and knocking it out. So that's one option. But as I said before, if you are an introvert, this may or may not work. I'm an introvert. I'm just testing this out right now. For those of you who aren't familiar with introverts, I have a whole video on that on my YouTube channel, on this channel. You can check out that video and find out a little bit more about introverts, and also video tips for introverts. But the whole point is to get content created. That's the whole point, is to get content created and to discipline yourself to just invest the time in building your business, building your personal brand, creating content, and creating the time and space to do that. So if you're someone whose life isn't busy, right? Our lives are busy, very, very busy, and you're trying to now create content, video content like this, that is a little bit more time consuming maybe, or you want to create the volume of content. This is the way in which you do it. And the way and the reason why I'm doing this is because consistency matters. It does matter to be consistent in the way in which you are creating your content. And I have to admit, I am the first to tell you, I haven't always been consistent in rolling out content, and that hasn't been as effective. Doing one-offs here or there isn't the best way in which you can build a business. Okay, you're kind of just crossing your fingers and hoping things will work, rather than always arriving at a reliable time on a reliable platform where people know you will be there, and then will be trained to look for you. So that's why I'm here pushing to just encourage you to be consistent, while I'm also trying to do the same here. I'm trying to walk the talk. So I'm not just saying it, but I am doing it. So what I did was I started by batch filming my videos, and now what I want to do is then, and you should do this, regularly schedule those videos to go out. Okay. So, why consistency matters? Why it matters? Well, for one thing, we're talking about expectations, right? We're talking about people trying to connect with your brand. And if they don't know what your brand is about, and if it's their interactions with you are inconsistent, you know, 1 minute the personality is one way, the next minute the personality is a whole different personality, or, you know, 1 minute you're like aggressive, next minute, you know, you're soft and fuzzy, 1 minute you're offering people, you know, beverages, the next minute you're talking about, you know, you're offering consulting company, you know, you're a consultant, the next minute you're saying you're a clown in training, the next minute you're saying that, oh, by the way, I'm also a videographer, you know, showing up in, and I'm not saying that you can't have a really well-rounded brand, you know, especially if it's a personal brand. That's not the thing, but it's how you're arriving. If you're arriving kind of schizo, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying if you're arriving in different ways that are throwing people off, then they're not sure what your brand is about. So you want to make sure that you are being consistent with the way that you're arriving, right? With the message that you're putting out there. So one way to do that is to start with the messaging, having clear and regular and the same message that you're putting out there. That's a big thing that you want to do. That way you're managing the expectations, people's perceptions, right? You don't want to be promising one thing and then when people get it, it's another thing. For instance, okay, case in point. When you go shopping and you know that, okay, you have your mind set, I am going shopping and I need to go to the supermarket and I need to, like I did this weekend with our son, and I need to pick up Frosted Flakes, and I know what Frosted Flakes is about because growing up I ate Frosted Flakes too. You know, and I know it's a super sugary cereal, but darn, it's good, and he really needs breakfast, so I'll bite the bullet because I don't have time to make breakfast, and I will pick up a box of Frosted Flakes because it's my, you know, it's, well, his old reliable for our son, right? So I know what Frosted Flakes is about. I know that brand. I will always go out there and purchase it. Now, imagine I went to the same supermarket, I picked up Frosted Flakes, and you know, I tried it, our son tried it, and it tasted like Fruity Pebbles. You know, some kids may think that's awesome. But if they were looking for one brand and one taste and their expectation was one way, and then next thing you know, they open the box and they get something else that's like Fruity Pebbles, or, you know, they want, you know, they get Special K and they want it Frosted Flakes, that's, you know, the expectations aren't clear. And, you know, the next time that they purchase what they think is going to be Frosted Flakes, it tastes like, you know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're going to keep throwing people off. It's like, are you cinnamon? Are you fruity? Are you frosted? What are you? You know, and that's what the problem is. If you're not arriving in the same way, being consistent, you're going to confuse your audience. So it's the consistency in the perception, the consistency in the promise, and then also in your schedule, if you can do that as well, like maintaining the consistency in how you're showing up and when you're showing up, which is what I'm trying to do right now. Like, for myself as a brand, you know, I know the look and feel and all that, but what I am now trying to do, and like I said before, so we can both walk the talk here, is being consistent in the execution, in actually the arrival, right? So you want to have that. The other thing about being consistent is not just the overall expectation, but the consistency in the feeling, right? In the look and feel of the brand. So when you're showing up, don't forget to have your like I have right now, I have my lower third. It's always the same lower third. You know, it's something that's recognizable. It has my logo that's incorporated, just so people know that, oh yeah, that's Renee from Raw Branded. Yeah, you know, you got that thing that's jogging people's minds, right? Because it's always that case. And you may have noticed that, you know, in the cover image before that you saw for this, before I segued into me, there was the art that was there, right? The thumbnail. That thumbnail is also very similar to my lower third, right? I'm always arriving in the same kind of way, right? The same color scheme, the same connection there, right? It's the same person, you know, the same kind of vibe. You want that because you want to attract people and you want people to know that your brand is reliably whatever it is, reliably, hopefully, reliably unique, right? So that's why consistency matters. It's, you know, showing up always in the same way, showing up unique, you know, being different and standing out. So that's a couple of things I wanted to just drop in and just tell you about. Just, you know, maintaining consistency in look and feel, brand experience, brand expectation, promise, and then also just like in your overall execution as you're putting yourself out there, which I know is super hard for us folks here. We're super busy, and I totally get it 100%. And, you know, if you're someone who's introverted like myself, then it's another extra hurdle to also then push yourself and say, right now, I'm just trying to self-reflect and I'm trying to, you know, be in my head and get things organized. And then now I have to break that and now push myself to do something like being on camera and producing video to put my brand out there, you know? So that's just my small business tidbit for you today on this Saturday. I hope it was helpful for you. And that being said, since I put it out there, there will be more YouTube videos that are coming out there. And once again, if you missed it and you're still interested, join. I have the Facebook community here, Raw Branded University. It's a community of really great, like-minded small business folks, personal brands. Join the community over on Facebook. And don't forget, if this video was helpful for you, to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Raw Branded TV. I will be dropping more branding, marketing, communications tips to help elevate your brand, take it to the next level. All right? Enjoy the rest of the day, you guys. Bye.